The Diplomat Season 3 brings a reunion fans never expected. Allison Janney and Bradley Whitford, the unforgettable duo from The West Wing, are back together on screen in Netflix's hit political drama. Janney steps into power as President Grace Penn, while Whitford portrays her complicated husband, Todd Penn. In this emotional breakdown, we explore how their reunion rekindles old memories, the powerful themes behind Grace's presidency, and what the stars revealed about their on-screen chemistry, behind-the-scenes moments, and shocking Season 3 spoilers. Join CelebSpill as we dive deep into the world of The Diplomat, the politics, the passion, and the pain. Don't forget to subscribe for more exclusive celebrity deep dives and TV drama breakdowns. What if The West Wing never really ended? What if years later, two of its most iconic stars reunited? Not in the White House we remember, but in a new, darker, and more complex political universe? Now streaming on Netflix, The Diplomat Season 3 has given fans exactly that. Allison Janney returns to television power as President Grace Penn, a woman whose ambition burns bright, even as her flaws threaten to consume her. And standing by her side, or sometimes in her way, is Bradley Whitford, playing Todd Penn, her husband, confidant, and occasional rival. It's not CJ and Josh this time, but it's everything fans of The West Wing have been waiting for. Before we dive into this emotional reunion, the secrets behind Season 3, and what Allison and Bradley revealed about their characters' stormy marriage, make sure you're subscribed to CelebSpill, where we uncover the stories Hollywood doesn't tell. Now let's talk about the return of two TV legends and a reunion 20 years in the making. When The Diplomat dropped its third season, nobody expected it to hit quite like this. After 2 seasons of global tension and complex political maneuvering, The Diplomat dared to take things up a notch, introducing a new president, played by none other than Allison Janney. For longtime fans of political dramas, this wasn't just casting. This was destiny. Janney, who ruled The West Wing as the razor-sharp and beloved press secretary C.J. Craig, stepped into the Oval Office as President Grace Penn, a woman equally commanding but far more haunted. Beside her, Bradley Whitford, who immortalized the quick-witted political strategist Josh Lyman, now plays her husband, Todd Penn, a man torn between loyalty, love, and ego. And from the first frame they share, something just clicks. The rhythm, the tension, the unspoken understanding between two actors who've spent decades defining the American political drama. Their chemistry is electric. Not romantic in the West Wing sense, but emotionally combustible. As Janney put it, all of our history, ogdher, and our familiarity made this dysfunctional marriage feel real. It was the best-case scenario. For many fans, this reunion was surreal. 2 decades ago, Janney and Whitford were America's favorite political pair, but never lovers, never spouses. Just allies in the world's most chaotic workplace. Now, they've been thrown into something entirely different. A marriage under pressure, power dynamics turned upside down, and secrets that could destroy a presidency. In their interview with Entertainment Tonight, when asked if they ever imagined The Diplomat as a kind of alternate universe for C.J. and Josh, Bradley laughed and said, "Are you out of your mind, Todd Penn, First Lady? I never thought of them anywhere near CJ and Josh." Allison agreed, smiling. They're two very different characters. You'll soon forget CJ and Josh and start to fall into Grace and Todd. Their relationship is messy, complicated, and painfully human. And that's exactly what The Diplomat does best, showing the cracks beneath the power, the chaos behind the calm. In Season 3, Grace Penn takes office in the most shocking way possible. Her predecessor, President Rayburn, dies suddenly, and she is thrust into power. From the moment she steps into the Oval Office, Grace isn't just fighting foreign crises, she's fighting her own past, her insecurities, and a system that still underestimates her. Janney described her character with both admiration and empathy. She's terribly flawed, but she's smart as a whip. She's a woman who came up in politics being constantly underestimated, and that's become her superpower. Grace Penn doesn't just navigate diplomacy, she embodies it. Every word she says feels calculated. Every choice carries a cost. And yet, beneath the polished exterior, there's a pulse of pain, of loneliness, of something deeply human. As Janney said, taking on the role of America's first female president felt bittersweet. It's wish fulfillment. We still haven't seen it happen in real life. Hopefully, seeing a woman in that role will help normalize it. It's art imitating life, or maybe life catching up to art. Bradley Whitford's Todd Penn isn't your typical first gentleman. He's charming, intelligent, and deeply insecure. A man used to being behind the scenes, now living in the shadow of the most powerful woman in the world. Whitford explained Todd's confusion beautifully. He's always loved Grace's strength, but I don't think he saw this coming. He's always been in a supportive role, and now he doesn't quite know how to handle it. Their marriage becomes a metaphor for politics itself, full of strategy, sacrifice, and quiet betrayal. Grace and Todd argue, love, resent, and protect each other, sometimes all in the same scene. There's one moment where Grace tells him, "I'm not your scratching post." It's raw, real, and painfully intimate. That's where the Diplomat shines, in the silences between power plays where human emotion takes center stage. One of Season 3's biggest bombshells comes when Grace begins working closely with Hal, played by Rufus Sewell. Their chemistry is undeniable, and their alliance raises eyebrows everywhere, especially with Todd. When asked about Grace and Hal's growing connection, Allison Janney didn't shy away from teasing fans. "It's going to complicate our personal lives a lot. Grace and Hal understand each other in ways that scare Todd. They're both risk takers. They're both willing to go dark." And then she laughed, adding with that perfect Janney timing, "He's a great asset." With a great ass. Fans immediately took to social media, lighting up with theories about where this triangle might go next. Will Grace and Hal's partnership remain political, or cross into something more dangerous? For anyone who lived through the golden era of the West Wing, seeing Janney and Whitford together again feels like a reunion with old friends. Their rhythm, their banter, their deep emotional intelligence, it's still there, sharpened by years of experience. Even the production team played into that nostalgia. Some of the West Wing's most beloved directors, including Alex Graves, returned to direct episodes of The Diplomat, bringing back the same elegant camera work and fast-paced dialogue that defined a generation of political TV. As Bradley said, "It felt like putting on an old pair of shoes. We spent a decade making complicated scenes work. To look across and see Allison again, it's just joy." At its core, The Diplomat isn't just a show about politics. It's about identity, gender, and power. Grace Penn represents every woman who has had to fight twice as hard to be taken seriously. Every leader told to smile more, to speak softer, to wait her turn. Janney's performance captures that struggle with such realism that it feels less like acting and more like witnessing. There's a quiet power in seeing her command the Situation Room, a reminder that women have been ready for this kind of power all along. Without giving away too much, Season 3 leaves viewers gasping. Political betrayal, shifting alliances, and a presidency hanging by a thread. Grace and Todd's marriage continues to unravel, even as Grace's influence grows. And as for Hal, let's just say not everything is what it seems. When asked if they're already preparing for Season 4, both Janney and Whitford smiled mysteriously. Bradley said only this: "It's happening, it's going down." Which means we haven't seen the last of this power couple just yet. 2 decades ago, Allison Janney and Bradley Whitford helped define the modern political drama. Now in The Diplomat, they've redefined it. This isn't the West Wing. It's something deeper, darker, and more human. A story of power and love, and what happens when the two can't coexist. And remember, for more powerful Hollywood reunions, behind the scenes.